All right, let's talk about Russell Wilson, who looked fully back, maybe not fully back, but at least like really good against the Pittsburgh Steelers, not against the Pittsburgh Steelers, for the Pittsburgh Steelers against the New York Jets. What a game for him. What a moment for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And let's talk about what went well. And to do that, we first have to talk about what went poorly early on. The Steelers, the drive-by-drive thing is very interesting. In the Steelers' first 6 drives, they had just 6 points off of 2 field goals, and they actually had three and outs in that stretch. But then they scored a touchdown, a field goal, a touchdown, and a touchdown. So on their last 5 possessions, 4 touchdowns and a field goal to end it. But let's talk about the beginning part. Why were they going 3 and out all the time? Well, first, this play, it's a 3rd and 1, and you see the concept designed to get a receiver open underneath the zone coverage. Oftentimes, one of the over the middle routes can be the one that gets open. However, here, Wilson takes a snap, and it's more the halfback's route that I think Wilson should read this play and should be able to get over there and make this throw, quite frankly. Wilson's instead going to step outside the pocket, but does find another open receiver who just can't quite make the grab right there. That was a tough play because I think Wilson had multiple opportunities to get the first down, including, I think if he rushes, he picks up the first down on that play. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't hate the decision. It was an open receiver. It just didn't work out. This play also wasn't ideal early on. It's going to be a 3rd down and 8 situation. We're going to see the Jets do what they did a good amount in this game of trusting their corners to man up against these Steelers receivers. You see the route that Wilson is going to look towards on this play. Wilson takes a snap and it's due to pressure, is going to have to kind of run forward. So you see he's going to be off balance, but Calvin Austin, the receiver that I've circled in black, the guy who we're talking about, he is open on this play. Austin was the guy that Wilson tried to hit on the last play as well. And once again, this one is going to be incomplete. Wilson just not able to make that tough throw. Not quite sure if that would have been a first down either way. I'm not sure. Would have had to be really kind of a perfect throw. And with the way Wilson was running down the field and the way the Jets were kind of over it, I don't know if that was going to happen. So, some good defense here by the Jets and also some, maybe leaving some yards on the table for the Steelers as well, playing a little bit of sloppy football early on. But it felt like this play was kind of the one that turned things around. It's a 2nd down and 17, so you're thinking, okay, here we go again, yet another, drive that's going to end in maybe a 3 and out here. You see George Pickens is running a deep shot. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup. Wilson takes the snap, he runs the play action, and the safety does not get over there really at all. Safety actually broke all the way towards the offense's right. And so because of that, Wilson can actually handle this in a very unique way, where usually you kind of have to throw these on a bit of a line because you got to make sure you throw it there before the safety can get over. But since the safety's out of position, you see how high Wilson throws this football. I mean, it almost reminds you of like an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, right? It's so high in the air. Because of this, Pickens can adjust to the ball, and again, he's so good at these contested catches. He's the one who says that he's always open, and Wilson agrees, and so he's going to throw up these jump balls. And, we kind of criticized the Steelers' offense earlier in the year for being too dependent on George Pickens, and so I think that was kind of part of why people were questioning the move to go away from Fields, because Fields at least gives you something else with his rushing. But in a weird way, Russell Wilson is just better for a team that relies on George Pickens because he's better at throwing to George Pickens, right? He's better at these jump balls, and I mean, it's good stuff, and this wasn't the only one. This play as well, which I thought was a huge play in the game. They get the interception, they get to the, to get into Jets territory, they get to the 11-yard line, but you want a touchdown here. I mean, 3 points still helps, but, you want more than that. You have a one-on-one matchup. Wilson is going to take the snap. He fires in Pickens' direction. And again, Pickens created some separation right here. So some of these plays are like, hey, not a lot of separation. Throw it to him anyway. There is separation. Although this isn't going to be an ideal throw, I would say. Watch the throw's a bit behind, but Pickens is still able to adjust. Again, that's just George Pickens doing George Pickens stuff. So when he can do this, that's kind of what makes you, what makes you excited if you're a Steelers fan. And of course, these two weren't even the best George Pickens play of the night. This one, which is a 3rd down and 7, once again, a one-on-one matchup with George Pickens. So at this point, I mean, you've already hit him a couple times in this game. Might as well keep going back there until they start doubling him. You see Wilson takes the snap. He is going to look in Pickens' direction right here. And I mean, again, there is a ton of separation. You know, the first throw I thought was a great throw by Russell Wilson. The second one I thought was an all right throw, but could have been a little bit better. This isn't going to be a great throw from Wilson. In fact, this is going to be a subpar throw. He's going to underthrow it right here. But watch how, despite this, it ends up batting a couple of times. I think on the broadcast they said he ends up catching it 3 different times because he has it once, gets batted out of the air, gets it for real the second time, and then it's fumbled, but he catches it after he fumbles it and is able to go down. So really an incredible play there by Pickens to be able to just have the control to be able to, to hold on right there. And then in the second half, too, I thought Wilson just ran the offense well. It wasn't just jump balls. Like, they were just having solid plays. Something like this, which is, for one thing, got to mention, Russell Wilson did check to a different play. So you see him, he checks to something different, which is going to be this play. You have a receiver running a route, just trying to get into the end zone and then go towards the sideline, towards the bottom of the screen. It's a 3rd down and goal. So, still a big play here. Either way, points makes it a 2-possession game, but you want to kind of put the dagger in the Jets here. Wilson takes the snap. He's going to look over, and, as of right now, is there a window? Yeah, there's a window. This is well timed by Wilson. He gets the ball over there. They're able to, again, run the offense well. Good route by Van Jefferson. Good concept by Arthur Smith, who called the play, and then Wilson checking to the right play after that. All just, again, things are just running smoothly here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is what you like to see. And even stuff like this, doing some little things to help things run smoothly. It's a zone coverage concept, and you have Pat Freiermuth running from the offense's right to the offense's left. These tight end routes going from one side of the field to the other are just so effective because it's so easy to lose a tight end in these situations. You see, when Wilson takes a snap, a couple of things to note. For one thing, I think the Jets are actually playing this okay for Freiermuth. There's a bit of a window, but it certainly is not wide open or anything like that. And also, Wilson's under pressure. I mean, looking at it live, this doesn't seem like it's going to go for a ton of yards. But Wilson's able to kind of sidearm that throw, gets it to Freiermuth, and puts it in a perfect spot to where Freiermuth can run after the catch, and he's fast enough. He just runs by the linebacker trying to cover him and ends up picking up a ton of yards on that play. So again, these little things can go unnoticed kind of in a game, but really are valuable. Being able to make that throw, again, with all due respect to Justin Fields, I don't think he makes that play. I just don't. And this one's another one. Again, huge play in the game right now. The Steelers are down 13-15. It's a 3rd and 5. They can try a long field goal from here. We trust Boswell to make it, but you don't want to just be up 1 point right here. They're going to run essentially a pick play to get Freiermuth open. Watch how, when Wilson takes a snap, he's going to look in Freiermuth's direction, fires in Freiermuth's direction, and as of right here, again, there's a window. There's clearly a spot that you would want to throw the ball to, but it is not wide open by any means. But look at this throw and look at this catch. I mean, again, that's exactly where you'd want. Good amount of air under it, which allows Freiermuth to adjust nicely. Again, I mean, it's good stuff here from Russell Wilson. So, who knows? It's one good game. We'll see how well he's able to do going forward. But he did play well with the Denver Broncos last season. Obviously, the first Denver Broncos year did not go well. But, after you got Nathaniel Hackett out of there, he played well just, the 2 years, or just last year. So there's no reason to think that he can't play well again this year. But yeah, that's what I think of all of this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the Pittsburgh Steelers? Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.